And let's go over this voracious beast, shall we? One thing at a time. And talk about some listening strategies to kind of help you through this sort of process. All right, so the first example. Now, you didn't have to get the exact tonality, but I appreciate many of you trying. I saw a lot of like G this or C that or I'm sharp this. You only had to identify the quality of the scale, okay? So easy for major, and actually, as a credit to all of you, I think everyone nailed all of the majors, which was 2 thumbs up. That made me a very, very happy professor. The minors, however, were a bit of a different story, so we'll talk about those. So this one is a minor scale, and the way we tell that on the ascent, right? That's all the information that you need. Once I start the scale, that's it. And from then on, you know that it's got to be one of the 3 types of minors. Now then, once you hear the minor 6, you can eliminate which of the 3 minor scales? Alex? Melodic, precisely. Right? So your melodic minor scale is going to start off minor and then turn major. It's that minor third that changes everything. So in this case, since it's lay instead of la, it could be natural or harmonic minor. Then the other clue, what's that interval? Right, a minor third between scale degrees 6 and 7, or an augmented second. Lay to ti, do. This is what kind of scale? Harmonic minor, very good. The second one, okay. So we start out, major or minor? Minor, right? So that sounds like the end of a major scale to me. So this one is melodic, okay? The next one everyone got as a major scale. Easy peasy. The next one, you have that opened minor third, right, between the do and the may. We know it's minor. La, ti, do. This one is melodic minor. Melodic minor. Number 5 was a major scale. Everyone got that one? Number 6. Right, so we have that minor third opening. Do, re, mi. And then lay, te, do. Instead of lay, ti, do, or la, ti, do. It's all in that last third, isn't it? Lay, te, do is natural minor. Number 7. Right, you have that leap of the augmented second between lay, ti, do. Right? So this one is harmonic. Very, very good. Number 8 you all got as major. Very, very, very good. Number 9. This one. Major or minor? Minor, good, because it opens with do, re, mi. Good, and then which one is it? Melodic, because it ends like a major scale, precisely with la, ti, do. So re, 6, and 7. Very good. And number 10 was major. You all got that one. Good. Number 11 opening do, re, mi. So this is obviously minor. Now, natural, harmonic, or melodic? Melodic, precisely, because you have do, re, mi, fa, sol, which all three varieties of the minor have. And then, instead of, which would be natural, which would be harmonic. The most idiosyncratic of the three, right? So, number 12, you got all as major. Easy peasy. Number 13, so you have that opening minor third, up to sol, and then you have la, ti, do. So this one is harmonic. Number 4, right? Do, re, mi, fa, sol. Totally fine. We know it's minor. Te-do instead of Ti-do. The only option? Natural minor for 14. Number 15, everyone got it's a major scale. Number 16, what type? Natural minor. Very good, very good. So you have do, re, mi, fa, sol, re, te, do. So after the sol, is it a half step? Sol, re. Yes, yes it is. That half step, again, is a good indicator for you that it's sol to lay, and then it eliminates melodic minor, and then from the lay to either ti or te, makes this natural instead of. Okay. Alrighty, so that was natural minor. Number 17. Which one is it? Melodic. That is melodic minor. Good. Number 18, you all got as major. Easy peasy. Number 19. Okay. So opens minor. Ends major. So it is melodic minor. And then the last one, number 20. So this one is natural minor as well. So again, the majors obviously aren't posing anyone any problems. Opening with that major third, right? Easy peasy. You hear that right off the bat and you know exactly what it is. With the minors, it's the latter half of the scale that matters. Once you know it's minor, then listen for those last three notes, okay? Le, te, do, le, ti, do, or la, ti, do. Okay? And do practice those. All right, let's go into our intervals. So, let's start with, okay. So let's see, everyone together, sing me re. There it is. Back to do, sing it. Sing me. Good. Sing sol. Good. Sing the upper do. Good. Sing la. Good. Sing fa. Make sure it's not flat. Good. Good. Sing ti, upper. Very good. Your major intervals are sounding good. Let's do some minor intervals. Okay. Sing re. think up to it. Do, re, mi. Sing it. With some support. I didn't know Halloween was early, my zombie minions. Good. Back to do. Sing fa. Okay. Sing the upper octave. With support, please. Good. Sing te. Here it is, your minor seventh. Good. Sing lay. A major second down from te, right? Again. Sing sol. Good. Sing down to sol. Back to do. Down to T. Down to lay. Good. A little lower. Okay. All right. Sing fee. Raised 4. Sing the tritone above this. Resolve it up to sol. Good. Sing lay above this. Support. Sing te. Support up to do. Good. Sing la. T to do. Okay, so our minors need a little bit of work, and minors are tricky, okay? The majors are sounding pretty good, but don't let them slide. Alrighty. Alex, what is this interval, please? Major seventh is correct. Very good. Andy, what is this interval? Sure. Let's narrow it down, Andy. Is it consonant or is it dissonant? Dissonant interval, right? So it's either a second, a tritone, or a seventh. So now think the space, right? A little space, medium space, or a lot of space? Right, so it's a tritone. Very good. Again, as a refresher, if you're having trouble if you can't just nail it, narrow it down with quality. So quality or affect, right? Consonant, dissonant, bright, dark. And then think the space between the lower note to the upper note. Is it a little space or a lot of space? And then you can use inversions too to help you. Gage, let me give you a compound interval. So what is this? Sure. Yes, it's a perfect fourth. Good. That's how you can figure it out. Count up from the lower note and then just octave displacement. Good. Alrighty. Sunny, what is this interval? Yeah, what kind? Yes, minor third, very good. So, very good. Alrighty, essence, what is this interval? close. Not that dissonant though, so your sevenths would be dissonant. This is kind of sweet sounding, but there's a lot of space. You're right about that. What kind? Very good. It's a minor 6, as opposed to a major, a little brighter, and then the minor 7th, major 7th. So again, another option 2 is count down from the upper octave. I used that one a lot when I was your age. Cameron, what is this interval? Count up the scale if you need to. So if we, in our imaginations, think up from this do, let's just use major for now. Do, re, fa, sol, la. That's 6 notes away, isn't it? So it's got to be some kind of 6. Major or minor? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. It fits within the major scale, which means it has to be a major 6, Dr. Bill. Yeah, it's Cameron. Very good. It's a major 6. In minor, that would be your minor 6, as opposed to slightly brighter, still a lot of space. So do think up your scales. Corbin, your turn. What is this interval, please? You're close. So your minor 2nd, as opposed to, it's major. Yeah, the seconds are tricky, but minor 2nds are very dissonant, right? So a lot of beating in the air, as opposed to the major 2nd again. Alrighty. Michael, for you, a little present. No, but it is a neutral interval. It's very open, right? So again, listen. So, do, re, mi, fa, sol. Perfect 5th. As opposed to the octave. Sorry, my fingers left. It's like you can't even hear another note when the octave is in tune, right? Now, what's interesting, let's see if you guys can hear this. I'm going to really bang out this octave. Can anyone hear any other notes other than the octave? Are you hearing? There's a 5th above that, so my brass players, who knows what I'm kind of getting into now? The overtone series, the harmonic series, right? So when I strike a single note on this instrument, you're not just hearing the note struck. You're hearing the note, the octave above it, the 5th above that, the octave above that, the 3rd, 5th, etc., etc., etc. But it's very, very hard for our ears to perceive it because, our hearing isn't that great, but we are hearing those pitches. And the lower the note, the more upper partials there are, which is why you tune to the lowest instrument. There's a reason for that, or the lowest voice part, because of the prevalence of overtones, okay? So that's why those perfect intervals kind of have that neutral sonority, because like when you hear an octave, the 5th is already kind of baked in there, right? And when you play a 5th, well, you're hearing the octave anyway. So it can be a little confusing, with 4ths, 5ths, and octaves. But because you are hearing a 5th, and with here, you are hearing an octave. It's just taken from that one note, okay? But the overtone series you want to become familiar with because it's pretty good to know, okay? Interesting principle of acoustics. Kyra, your turn. What is this interval? Major third is correct. And Chase, last but not least. What is this interval, sir? It's a little bit more dissonant than a fourth, I would say, right? It's pretty... It's not comfortable to listen to. Now I'm going to play the octave. And now I'm going to play your interval. Is it far away from the octave? Pretty close to the octave. So let's count down from the octave chromatically. How many half steps? 2 from the upper octave. So what interval is it, Chase? Octave right. Is it right? A major second from the octave. So major seventh, minor seventh. Right? There's a lot of space there. There's a lot of space. Okay? Do you practice those? Good. Alrighty, I'm gonna clap some rhythms for you. I want you to clap it back. Pretty easy, right? Alright. Here's your rhythm. You don't need a time signature or a tempo. Go ahead. 1 and 2 and. Nice, good. Next one. One, two, three, go, 2, 3. No, that was pretty close. Again, here's the rhythm. Haha. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Excellent. Next one. Go. Very good, very good. Next one. One, two, three, 2, 2, 3. Okay, let's hear it again. That one's a little bit more complicated. Here it is. Go. It's so interesting how it adds just a measure or two, and it just doubles the complexity, right? Let's listen a third time. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1. Okay, not bad. And one more of these. And it's not as they get longer and longer. Here we go. How about this? And good, good, very, very good. Get out a piece of staff paper and a pencil and a good eraser. Staff paper, pencil, and good eraser. You can draw either a bass or treble clef. It will not matter. It's going to be purely rhythmic. You could even draw a percussion clef for those of you percussionists who prefer that. And for those unfamiliar, percussion clef is just 2 lines. Go ahead and put in a time signature of 3/8. 3/8 time. And there will be 8 total measures in this example. 8 measures. So again, 3/8 time, 8 measures, and that's all I'll give you. Now, I'm going to count off 2 measures of 3/8 for nothing before I start clapping. Okay, so there'll be 2 measures of silence. I'll count them out, but I just won't clap. So here we go. 2 measures for nothing. And then notate the rhythm, of course, to the best of your ability. 2 measures for nothing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, since we're practicing, we can talk through this and come up with strategies too for listening. We've done short melodies before with some success, but now with pure rhythm, it's a little bit simpler because you don't have to worry about key, melodic contour, etc., etc. When it comes to rhythm, you want to focus on certain things like strong beats, okay? So, some of the stronger beats would be downbeats. The first beat of a measure in any time signature is going to be considered its strongest beat. So when focusing on rhythm, do you hear an attack on a strong beat? If you do, it's wise to make a little note there. You can put a note, you can put an X, any kind of indication. If you just know what the rhythm is, even more power to you, go ahead and write. But what I recommend is, whether you're approaching this from pure rhythm or rhythm and melody together, always give the first listening just the hearing. Don't write anything. Try to absorb as much of the example as possible, process it, memorize it. Because if you can remember it, just as we were doing a moment ago with just kind of repetition, if you can play it back for yourself in your mind countless times, it doesn't matter how many hearings I give you, right? You can just figure it out on your own. That's the idea, that's the goal. So try to take the first hearing, whether it's pure rhythm or melodic dictation, and just listen to it. Remember however much of it that you can. Okay? And then with rhythm, focus on downbeats, strong beats, and then go from there. Here's the rhythm again. 2 measures for nothing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's see how much you were able to glean. How many measures are just dotted quarter notes? Who thinks they know? Correct, Gage. 3 of the measures in this excerpt are nothing more than dotted quarter notes. Okay? Now, to be fair, when you don't have like the rhythm in front of you and I'm clapping and not playing it on an instrument that can sustain, if you're only hearing the downbeat, you can write rests and that's totally okay. Okay? But I think it's just kind of easier to fill the measure rather than write the note and then write a whole bunch of rests. So again, there are 3 measures that are dotted quarter notes represented here, but if you just have a downbeat and no other beats, that's also totally fine to notate it that way, even if it is more work. Okay? Good. Gage, which measures were just a single note, the dotted quarter? Yep.
Fourth measure.
Yep.
And the final measure.
1, 4, and 8 are dotted quarters. Very good. Let's listen again. 2 measures for nothing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, something else we listen for, whether it's a purely rhythmic example or one with melody as well, with pitch involved, is you want to listen for patterns, for similarities, right? Could be a rhythmic pattern tied to pitches, or again, just in this case, purely rhythmic. So even though there's 8 measures here, there's only 3 distinct rhythms that fit within a measure. What are those patterns? We have the dotted quarter note. What else? Alex? 3 eighth notes, precisely. So you have the dotted quarter, 1, 2, 3. Another example, 1, 2, 3. And there's only one more. Cameron, what is it? Quarter note, eighth, exactly. And 1, 2, 3, exactly. Exactly. Only 3 rhythms are used in this entire example. Out of curiosity, does anyone have it finished and they're confident about their response? 1. Who is close? Who's off by a measure or 2? Good. Let's listen again. 2 measures for nothing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's clap it together. 2 measures for nothing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And now who has a complete response? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Excellent. Very, very good. Who wants to give us our note values measure by measure? Gage, what do you have?
So the first measure is just a dotted quarter, and then the second measure is 3 eighths. Third measure is quarter, eighth, and then fourth measure is dotted quarter. Fifth measure is quarter, eighth. Sixth measure is quarter, eighth. Seventh measure is 3 eighths, and eighth measure is dotted quarter.
Excellent. Good. Quarter. Eighth, 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 quarter, eighth, dotted quarter. Quarter, eighth, quarter, eighth, 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 dotted quarter. Easy peasy. Very good. Very good. All right. Now, let's do one in... Ooh, that'll be fun. Let's do one in 4/2 time. So go ahead and set up another staff in, of course, 4/2 time. This one is 7 measures long. So 4/2 time, 7 measures. And the challenge here is not thinking in 4/4. You're still going to be counting in the simple quadruple meter, absolutely, still 4 beats per measure, but instead of 4 quarter notes, it's 4 half notes. And that can be a little bit weird for, modern musicians, because we usually don't use meters like this. So make sure you're writing the right note values. And my glasses are fogging up, great. Here we go. Now let's see if I can see the example. I'll count 2 measures of 4/2 for nothing. Oh, this is going to be just great. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, and. So again, first hearing, just kind of let it process it. Now I'd like for you guys to either sort of quietly count the beats, or you can tap the beats, or you can do both. So while I'm clapping, I want you to sort of chant like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because obviously with these longer note values, it can be easy to get lost, and also you need to account for the possibility that there might be rests. Okay? Here we go. 2 measures of 4/2 for nothing, tapping or saying the beats quietly to yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, and. So in 4/4 time, what are my strong beats? Alex? 1 and 3, right. 1 and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why 4/4 has such a particularly strong feel to it that's, easily defined and clear, and why so much is written in 4/4 time. Good, beats 1 and 3. So you should definitely be able to know for sure when there is an attack on a strong beat here. And when there's not, that's like really like, whoa. Again, 2 measures for nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, and. Do we have any complete responses at this point? That would be really, really impressive. Who's close? Good, good. This one's trickier, right? We have more rhythmic variations. There's not one single pattern that really dominates the entire example, you know? Also, almost every single measure is different, except for two. Which two measures have the same rhythm, Michael?
I want to say the first measure
Yeah.
and the fifth measure.
Very good. Yes. Michael, what's that rhythm in measures 1 and 5?
Dotted whole note.
Yep.
Followed by a half note.
Very good, Michael. Yes. Dotted whole note followed by a half note in measures 1 and 5. Very good. Very good. All right, let's hear it again. Two measures for nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Ready? And. Who has a completed example? 1, 2, 3. Pretty close? All right, one more time. Two measures for nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Ready? And. 2, 3. And who has a completed response to share essence? What do you have? Yeah. Oh, yes, please, the whole thing. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Good. 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 Excellent essence, very good. So again, dotted whole, half, whole note, half, 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 whole note, half rest, half note, half note, half note, dotted whole note, half note, half note, half note, half note, half note, and then whole note, whole note. That's the whole thing. Good, how'd we do? Good? Excellent, very good. All right, so on Thursday, what I want to do is incorporate a little bit of improvisation in this exercise as well. And I also promised you guys a mini quiz on your simple intervals as well. So do be ready for that on Thursday. I'll give you a short, simple intervals quiz, so basically not compound, just within one octave. However, within the octave, every chromatic interval is fair game. All of your majors, minors, perfect intervals, augmented and diminished intervals as well. So be ready for that on Thursday. As well, with these rhythmic exercises, we'll do more of those, but I will have volunteers come up to the piano and improvise in any key you want. We're all in keyboarding and improv, aren't we? Should be fun. I will make sure the piano is clean, and I'll bring little wipes between players. Otherwise I would have done that today, but I didn't have any. So be ready for that. I may take volunteers, or I may volunteer you. So don't be shy. And they will be basic rhythms, so just keep that in mind. But be sure you're comfortable getting up to the piano and playing in a key. It doesn't have to be perfect, but that you can do it, okay? Should be fun. Should be fun, should be challenging. But do keep in mind, intervals quiz Thursday first thing before the fun stuff. Questions? All right, you all are free to go.